Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on my thoughts on horror movies and stuff. Today's video, as requested by a viewer on TikTok, is on Scream. A year after the murder of her mother, a girl is terrorized by a new killer. This new killer targets her and her friends, using horror movies as a part of some deadly game. Now, guy 1 and 2, they're just about ready, but before I give them the mic, why don't you like, subscribe, and visit our Patreon afterwards and let us hold $1. All done subscribing? Great. On with the show. Scream. So we finally get to October. The month where you get to bother me with your stupid spookers.
They're not stupid.
And the first thing you make me watch is this.
It's a classic.
It's a joke.
It's an interesting meta-commentary on horror movies at large.
Please, it's a self-aware action comedy that took up 2 hours I can never get back.
Damn, that's cold.
Right from the start, we get the stereotypes going with that ditzy blonde Casey, played by the magnificent Drew Barrymore. We love you, Drew. Mwah. Practically doing herself in. Oh, you heard me. And her kitchen etiquette was the real horror, let me tell you. It's a miracle that she made it as far as she has without burning the house down. Honestly, that's proof that God loves blondes more than other people. She was hella reckless with that Jiffy Pop. Jiffy Pop. And white people strike again. How is it that they're going to keep on the phone with this stranger that they've never met with this creepy voice who's clearly threatening their life when they should put the phone down and call the police? Staying on the phone with the stranger, you see, that's how people sell you Herbalife.
Or your car's extended warranty.
And why were the doors unlocked when it was so dark out, especially if she's home by herself?
Even I'm confused there.
And the entire time, honestly, it actually made me laugh a little bit, but I don't understand why the entire time she's running away from Ghostface, she holds the phone.
I'll admit that it was kind of campy, but what about that moment when Casey's parents get home and due to all her wounds, she can't even call out to them. It just comes out as a whisper, Mom, Dad.
Okay, that was sad. And well done, I can admit that. The terror in her eyes, yeah, that felt real for a few seconds.
Moving performance, if I do say so myself.
Which I can't say for everyone else. Most of them gave me the same vibe as Kristen Stewart from Twilight.
Don't say that. You love Kristen Stewart.
Hell yeah, I do, but not in Twilight.
Come on, dude. Wasn't Sydney cool?
Obviously, Sydney was cool. She's the only one who had any real character development. Can't even remember the others' names.
Alright, well then what was so cool about Sydney?
The balls on that kid. Ghostface called her and said that he was on her porch, and what did she do?
She stepped out to see if he was there.
She stepped out to see if he was there. She called his bluff with a straight face. And she spends most of the movie kicking his ass.
Ghostface can't fight. He barely knows how to use a knife.
Heck, that's probably why they went psycho. They got CTE from getting knocked out too many times.
If Ghostface didn't have a sharp murder weapon and it came down to hands, 1v1, Sydney would drop him.
And her hands are rated PG-13 for anybody and their mom.
Oh gosh, maybe this is an action comedy.
She punched a reporter on live television in front of the police. Of course, this is a comedy.
She deserved it though.
I didn't like that Gail was so mean. You know, the entire time I just kept thinking to myself, wow, Monica from Friends is a real bitch.
Yeah man, she sucked.
Everyone sucked. That's why I wasn't surprised when it was revealed that Ghostface was really her creepy boyfriend and Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. I didn't care anymore. And honestly, their motive was just stupid.
You didn't like the thing about how Sydney's mom was essentially a homewrecker?
Dumbest reason to kill people I've ever heard. And if I'm being honest, I don't even think that that's her boyfriend's real motive.
What was it then?
The entire movie he was trying to get into Sydney's pants. Only after he got to hit it did he actually really try to kill her. So, didn't you see his face as he asked her if she was okay after they bumped fuzzies? He's trying to kill her so that she doesn't tell everyone that his stroke is weak.
Okay, that's enough creepiness.
Starting to freak myself out. But I don't know, guys, what do you think? Was Scream a thrilling, terrifying experience, or was it just a overhyped, overaged mess? I didn't really enjoy it, and I don't know if that's because I consume horror movies in a different way compared to everyone else, but this just didn't do it for me. Honestly, it felt more like an action movie than anything else. I didn't find it scary, I didn't care for the mystery, and I didn't care for any of the characters. Except for Sydney and Gale. I understand that the killer is meant to be two different people, but unless they can teleport, which I'm fairly certain they can't, I don't understand how they could literally be in one place and then the other with literally a second of a fraction to change out of their costume, get rid of the blood, heal all the wounds they got from getting their ass whooped, and then walk around like it's just a fine and dandy Tuesday like any other day. I think it's important to note that this movie is brilliant, honestly. Absolutely brilliant. Yep, this is what we're gonna have to do for now. I feel like it's important to note that the movie is from a different time, and because it's from a different time, it's meant to be received by a different crowd. At the time of its making, it did do a couple of new things, and I guess it was smart for the time. And honestly, I feel like it's worthy of the nostalgia that it brings to people who watched the movie when they were younger in 1966. I, unfortunately, am a Gen Z, so I don't care. Though I will say that the set pieces were interesting, the visuals were really cool, and although I don't like the story and I don't care for the characters, I feel like the other parts of the movie really do pick up, and the performances are actually really good, despite what Guy 2 might have to say. So I did just lose power, so I can't say for certain, but I do believe that Rotten Tomatoes gave this film a 79%, and IMDb gave it a 7.3 out of 10, which is quite impressive. But because I didn't really enjoy myself watching this film, I'm gonna go the complete opposite way and give this film a 2 out of 5. As always, I measure movies on how good a time I had, and in the case of horror movies, another important measure is how scared I felt, and this movie just didn't make me feel scared at any point. I didn't feel scared at all. But that's all from me, guys. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified about every time we upload. After that, visit our Patreon and let us hold $1. And of course, a massive shout out goes to our Patreon bros whose names you can see on screen right now. Thank you for believing in our content. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. And the next video is going to be on American Psycho. And I will see you there. If you live that long. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.